Down here we're close to River Run. I did an awful lot of raking yesterday with the garden rake. Today I have to apply some seed, and the reason why that is because we want to make sure if we do get rain that I have at least some minimal grass cover crop here right near River Run. Now typically we're not getting any kind of significant higher water levels until mid to late June, as long as I can remember. We have had some wetter winters. I've talked with my aunt and uncle about, and other folks, but generally speaking, as long as I have a quick cover crop that germinates fast and establishes some kind of a root system, at least within 30 feet of River Run, our soil loss should be basically slim to nil. And then the rest of this, we want to try to get our cover crop on by the beginning of April. So what I did was I ordered about 200 pounds of a variety of seeds. One is actually a pasture mix designed for pastures here in the southeast. And then I additionally ordered an annual clover that, as long as it's taken care of, it won't go away too quickly. It's not a perennial, it is an annual, but it's supposed to be pretty good. And then I have sun hemp and cowpea, I believe. They were all out of pigeon pea, and I had to get the seed here quick. I didn't want to wait. So that's why I want to try to get the soil out here and get the rest of this raked out and ready, so that in roughly a month's time the seed will be down. So I still have a lot of work to go. We do have some rain in the forecast. I believe tomorrow there's a pretty good chance that we're going to get some showers, and so the seed that I put down along River Run there, the dry stream bed, that ought to start to germinate pretty quick and get established. And I was talking to Farmer Dave, and he said with the heavy dews that we get down here, usually you don't have to worry about the grass seed burning up or anything like that if it doesn't start really raining until like the middle of May and early June. That's when the rainy season kicks in. But we'll get some thunderstorms, some downpours, things like that, but we really don't get the major rains until the end of May and the beginning of June, sometime like that. I'm here now in lane 7 in the triangle, and there's another spot where we have grass that's naturally growing back. I would say we started to see this about 2 weeks ago, and we figured it was going to happen. Another thing, I mentioned palmetto roots earlier. So here, the children were working on this quite a while ago, and they started stacking palmetto roots. We're actually going to have to move some of these, but these will make a nice fuel source as they dry out. But we're also going to probably have a pile of palmettos back in here, and this will be one of 2 spots where Tom can come in and do a mass mulching. Also, that pile there, that the gentleman with the root rake machine, the big one, he made that pile like 2 years ago when we had some trees removed, and I'm going to see if Tom can go in and pull that apart and mulch it up, because there's a lot of soil, palmettos, and trees in there that would make some great compost. Anyway, I'm going to take and henceforth this area here, because we're going to have the palmettos for Tom to chew up into mulch, we also named lane 7 the mill. So now it has 3 names, if you can remember all that. So we'll go to the other spot. Well, maybe we'll visit the chickens real quick. There's a bunch of them over here. What's going on, chickens? There's a nice breeze here. Very nice. You spreading some of this mulch out for me, are you? Here's one of the cats. Oh, how you doing? Hmm? How you doing? Doing good? You picked a nice spot to lay under here, under the oak tree. Yeah. Oh. Well, I can't spend all day with you. I got some other things to do, buddy. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, you enjoy your napping. See you, ladies. So we're coming up on the western side of lane number 5. And this is where we'll do a lot of the mulching of the palmetto roots on the western side. So if the palmetto roots are in piles or in groups or whatever, and we have to consolidate them, they on the eastern side they go over to the mill. But over here we put them in a pile in the middle of lane number 5 on the western end. And we're also making a line of them. We're not really making a big huge pile because, well, it's going to be easier on Tom's machine to put them in a long row instead of just piling them up real high. Plus, if we do have animals by then or whatever, we can also get our fence beside them and the animals can go beside them as well. So here's where we started our other pile. Not real big. We got a lot of little piles to consolidate. Hours and hours of fun. Yeah. All right. Well, I've been sitting on the tractor now for probably about 2.5 hours, and I got quite a bit done. Mainly what I did was I was back dragging with the rake. Let me show you what I got here. So there was a decent pile here and a decent one here, and you can see I got a lot of palmettos and stuff spread out here. And the tractor that I'm using, this smaller John Deere, it doesn't have a lot of power to it when it comes to hydraulic pressure, so I can't rip and tear a lot, but I can drag a lot of dirt, and I also can break these palmettos up, because when you have them clustered in a pile, there's a couple in here yet, but when you have them clustered in a pile like this, it's difficult to dig in there and get them out. But what I can do now is I can get in here and get a lot of this dirt that still remains and actually move it out to like here. Some of these other piles, they look a little bit better, like this one. See, you know, these palmettos were underneath all the soil. Now I can just come in here by hand and pick them up, and you know, the soil that's underneath here, we can either use the bucket of the tractor, or I can get in here with a shovel and get a lot of this moved, and that'll work more efficiently. So I didn't want to work on a lot of big piles, but I did get one over here in lane 1 that I was working on, so let me show you what that looks like. So over here there was a bunch of large dirt piles. There's probably 3 of them. Here, here, and here, and they were all kind of one big pile, but 3 distinct mounds. Well, I got them all tore apart, and you can see I have this spread. Now it'll be a matter of me coming in and just separating out what's here. And so you can see, just like the other piles, a lot of this dirt is very accessible now, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to get the palmettos that are still left here on the ground removed, and a lot of this I can rake, and or we can use the tractor with the bucket on it, and we can back drag more of this to get it out into the pasture. So I would say did a pretty good job today. It's starting to get late. My wife was just out. She said it was 5:30 about 15 minutes ago, and I still got to get that grass seed laid out over here. Now when I say that, I think I mentioned that in the update video, so maybe I ought to say what I'm doing here. But we agreed it'd be good to get a ground cover 30 feet in on both sides of River Run here, just to get that more established before the summer rain gets here. So I was out here doing a lot of raking with the garden rake to get these areas built up, to kind of get this smoothed out a little bit better. And now I got to come through and seed this quick, because tomorrow it's supposed to rain. So I think that's probably going to wrap it up for this phase 2 update. It's a beautiful evening. Got a nice breeze coming out of the south. Sun will be down here probably, I don't know, another half hour or so. And I got to get this grass seed done quick. And then I can go in and maybe eat some supper. Maybe not. I got to get the tractor back over to Uncle Paul's place, and I got to take care of the chickens. Never mind. Anyway, that's it. So if you got any questions or comments or whatever, you can always send them to me. And you, of course, can do that on YouTube if you like. And that's going to be it. So thank you for watching.